I have a super exciting video, as you guys can probably see from the title. I got my hands on the Morphe X James Charles palette. I'm super excited. As you guys may or may not know, I absolutely hate Morphe's customer service online, so I refused to order this online. And I was waiting until it got in store, and one of my friends actually works at Ulta, so she hooked it up by getting me this palette, and now I have my hands on it. It's even more beautiful in person than I expected. Also, before I jump any more ahead of myself, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Frida and welcome. Today I'm obviously going to be filming with this Morphe X James Charles palette. If you guys couldn't tell already, I'm very excited. This is very, very beautiful, very large, and very in charge. Like, pretty dang big. So I'm actually going to be doing a 2 looks in 1 type of video because I've never done this before, but I've seen it done and I really like the concept of it. So obviously when you look at this palette, you think colors, beautiful, beautiful colors, and I'm like gravitating towards this, and this right here. Like, this is calling my name, this whole bottom row. But a lot of you asked me to do some neutral looks on Instagram, so I'm going to use some neutrals up here and kind of test those out and see if they're as good as the colorful ones or if the colorful ones are as good as the neutral ones. We're basically going to test this palette out together because I got it at like 8 a.m. this morning. So if you guys are interested on seeing the neutral look and the colorful look that I create with this beautiful palette, then let's just go ahead and get started. The first shade I'm going to use for my transition is going to be Punch Me, which is this one. You guys can't even see it with this, but it's Punch Me, which is that one right there. And the brush that I'm going to be using is this Sigma Diffuse Crease E38 brush. Alright, I zoomed in nice and personal so you guys could see. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply that shade on my crease. I've had really bad experiences with Morphe's customer service, especially during anything that they did with the Jaclyn Hill, like the last launches that they did. And I was very disappointed with that, and to be honest, I just wasn't really a fan of Morphe after that. But once I saw that James released this palette, I'm really only here for James. Like, I like Morphe's stuff and their quality for the price point is great, but like their customer service is kind of shit. So I wasn't really happy with that. So far, this transition shade is looking pretty good. I'm just going ahead and taking that same shade down here on the lower lashes with that same brush, just because I already know this look is probably going to be pretty bronzed and pretty like dramatic and smoky. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it down here. So now I'm going to put this projector screen back on the palette so I can see what other shade I'm using. And then I think I'm going to take Code James, which is this big orange color right here. And I'm going to take it on that same brush, the Sigma brush that we were using, the E38. And I'm going to take it onto my crease right on top of that. And like I did with that first color, I'm going to drag that second color right here on my lower lashes. These colors are blending together really nicely. The next shade I'm going to take is Tea, which is this dark brown on the outer corner. And I'm actually going to switch brushes. This is my Sigma E25 brush. And I'm just taking a little bit of it and I'm going to start kind of smoking out the outer corner right here. And kind of just building it up. I will definitely say you guys can see just how patchy that shade is. I'm going to try and build it up as much as I can to get rid of that patchiness, but it's definitely becoming very patchy. Not enjoying how it's blending out with that brush, so I'm going to try the first brush that we used and see how that will perform. I'm trying my hardest because this shade right here is super patchy, so I'm really not liking that one. But I'm just going back into the 2 first shades that we used and seeing if it'll kind of help diffuse all of that. Alright, I'm going to try and use a smaller kind of fluffy brush to pack on that dark shade. This is a Sigma E47. I'm just trying to do whatever I can, honestly, to like make it not patchy because it's like extremely patchy and I really don't want to like ruin this look. I'm kind of just giving up on this shade right here. And I'm going to try taking this one on top of it to try and blend it out more. And this one's called No Beans? Yeah, this one's called No Beans. So I'm going to use that real quick and see if I can at least like pack it on top or something. I was trying to do the exact same thing on this side and just use the E38 brush from Sigma the whole time to see if it would get any better. But you guys can kind of see just how like patchy that's looking. And this one is just like... I'm gonna take this Sigma E47, which is a smaller kind of fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take that with the No Beans color and try and build up the outer corner a little bit more. Just because I really do want this look to be really smoky, but it's just these dark shades that aren't performing that well. I'm going to try the shade Benny, which is right under the shade T that I didn't like. And I'm going to see if maybe that'll, you know, cover this up a little bit more. And that's with the Sigma E25 brush. This Benny shade is definitely performing a lot better than T, so that's pretty good. So I definitely think once I worked with the mattes a little bit, they came out okay. They're not like the best mattes in the world, but they're not like absolutely awful. I definitely made them work. And like I said, it took a lot of effort, but I think they're okay now. So I'm gonna go in with this gold shade right here, which is called Wig. And I'm gonna take that on the leftover kind of portion of where we didn't put any eyeshadow. So right there on the inner corner. And I believe I'm gonna take that on a Sigma E54 brush. It's just a flat kind of concealer brush. And this one's a little bit more fluffy than your typical one. So I'm gonna try and take it on this, and I'm gonna try it without Fix Plus, and then I'm gonna try it with Fix Plus. So, gosh, I hate how I feel like I look green. I hate how the lighting in my camera kind of changes, but I don't know anything about technology, so I don't really have anything fancy, and you're just kind of stuck with that when you come to my channel. Okay, this is really bothering me though. I didn't put any Fix Plus, so I'm gonna see kind of what that does. This color is very pretty, but I feel like without Fix Plus it's not working as good. So I'm gonna take a little bit. You guys can use any setting spray. It doesn't have to be Fix Plus. I always thought that it did have to be, but honestly, any setting spray really works. Now that I use Fix Plus, I really, really like that shade. I'm just going to take just any like fluffy brush and kind of wipe away. And really, really like that gold color. That's really pretty. I really like that bronzy gold color. I think it's gorgeous. So now I'm gonna move on to the inner corner shade. And it's called, sorry, I keep looking down at this little piece of whatever. I'm gonna take Ring Light, which is this second shade right here, and I'm gonna use that for the inner corner highlight. And I really like to use this pencil brush. It's the Sigma E30. And if you guys are interested, I do have a discount code. I know some people are weird about discount codes, so you don't have to use it. I hardly ever promote it, so much to the point where I don't even know my discount code, but I'm gonna put it right here if you guys are interested in using that on any Sigma brushes or products. I really like their brushes just because they are really, really good quality. So you guys can use that if you want to, but I'm not really pushy. I don't really care. I make my income elsewhere. So, wow, that color is gorgeous. I think I'm just gonna pop on some lashes. I don't really think I'm gonna do any eyeliner, but the lashes I am going to use are just simple, basic ones. I don't want anything too much to take away from this look because it is neutral, but I'm gonna use our Dallas Studio Effect Demi Wispies. You guys know these are my, do you guys hear tank jingling? But these are my favorites. If you guys follow me, you know that. So I'm gonna pop these on real quick off the camera because it takes me a really long time, and then I'll be right back. I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, but while I do that, on top of where I just put those lashes, I went in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, which is a plain black one. And I'm actually going to, because I lined it up there and it's kind of like a really harsh line, I'm going to kind of smoke it out. And I think I'm gonna try the black shade in this palette, which is called Spooky, and it's obviously the black shade in this palette. So I'm gonna take a really skinny brush, which was that Sigma E47. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna take this Alamar Cosmetics brush, which is just a flat, kind of straight brush, and I'm going to put it in that black Spooky shade and kind of smudge out that liner just to make it a little bit more smoky. I'm gonna take the 47 brush and take that black shade again and just kind of darken up the outer corner with it, just so the eyeliner kind of fades into the outer corner. Once I put those lashes on, I just coated my lashes with this CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara. I'm gonna give myself an extra coat down here on my lower lashes. I'm gonna do a very nude lip, so I'm gonna take my favorite nude combo, which is my NYX Natural Lip Liner, and then my MAC Cream de Nude. This nude color, but I want to try something else. It's the perfect like Kylie Jenner nude. I feel, not nude, but like Kylie Jenner dark brown. If you guys are into a brownish nude color, this is the perfect one. This is called Taupe and it's from MAC. You guys are gonna kill me, but I'm gonna wipe off this dark lip and go back to the pale lip because I really like dark eyes with a pale lip. Like it's just my thing. But if you guys wanted to pair it with this, I wanted to kind of show you guys the two options with lips. So I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna switch to the pale nude. And I'll be right back. I'm back and I feel more like myself, and this is a completed look of look number 1. I can't believe I am about to wipe all of this off. If you guys are interested, stay tuned. Oh, it's gonna be so tragic taking this off. I'm back for look number 2, and the first shade I'm going to dip into is this bright, this bright yellow, this bright yellow one right here, and it's called B for bold, because I'm about to be bold as hell. I'm going to take that on a Morphe, man, this one's used and abused. Morphe, there's no writing on here, but I'm kind of looking at what's left, and it looks like R37. Don't quote me on that. Well, isn't that just lovely? Oh, that yellow shade is very pigmented. So I'm gonna go ahead and move along to the next shade, which is called 518. And it's that one right there. And I'm going to take that on a Sigma E25 brush. These colors are very pigmented, and they're blending out very, very nicely. I'm not having any issues with patchiness so far on either one of these, so that's exciting. I'm gonna dip back into that yellow shade and bring it onto the lower lashes as well. I'm gonna really smoke out this look here. The same brush, I'm gonna dip into this pink, which is called Skip. I'm gonna use that for my outer corner. Everything that I'm doing up on top, I'm just kind of bringing down onto the bottom as well. Still using that same Sigma brush, I'm going to move on to this shade right here, which is called Love That. This is not a very common shade. I haven't seen this shade in a palette in a really long time, and I love that color. Like, it's such a good color. And I'm just using that shade to kind of build up the outer corner out here. Not really sure how this is going to turn out, but I'm really excited. These shades are blending out extremely well. I'm not having any issues with any of these colorful ones, and I know colorful shadows are really hard to kind of to create and kind of formulate. I feel like the formula of a lot of matte colorful shadows isn't good, and I feel like a lot of them are good more so on the shimmer side, but these are blending out great. I'm gonna go back in with that same fluffy Morphe brush and take the yellow and just kind of take it down here. I feel like that orange is really overpowering down there, so I want to kind of smoke it out with that yellow, just kind of go really bold with it. Now the next shade I'm going to take is called Single, which is the second purple shade. And I'm using that same Sigma brush that we've been using this whole time here. The next color I'm taking is this deep purple, which is called Escape. And still taking that same brush. And I'm going to deepen up the outer corner. This next shade I have really high hopes for, and it's the shade called Artistry, which is this shimmery purple right there. And I'm actually going to take that on my lid, but I want to see how it performs without Fix Plus, and then I'll try it with Fix Plus. Alright, so the S70 brush isn't really doing much without Fix Plus. Before I try anything else with that shimmer shade, I'm going to cut the inner corner. So I'm going to use this Too Faced Born This Way concealer and just try and carve it out. That way it'll be a little bit brighter of a base for it. The brush that we used for the shimmer gold shade on the lid worked really well last time, so I cleaned that off, and it's the Sigma E54. And I'm going to try that brush again, except I put Fix Plus on it. And sorry if I'm chewing, I have a Sour Patch Kid in my mouth. I don't know if you guys can see that, but still not performing the best. I don't know if you need to use a finger for that shade or not, but I'm just going to keep packing it with a brush. I think the more I pack it on, the better it'll look. I've tried out 3 different brushes with that purple shade, and it's just not working for me. So I'm going to use this Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Gypsy, and it's just a really pretty. It's a really pretty purple shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take that right where we cut that inner corner. Off camera real quick, I'm going to put on some lashes, and these are going to be a little bit more dramatic since this is a dramatic look. And these are from Amazon, and they're the Huapan Eye Makeup Collection. I can link them down below, but it was $12.99 for both, and they are so pretty. And I'm just going to use these bottom ones right there. So I'm going to take those, pop them on off camera. I'll probably draw a wing or something. Yeah, I'll probably draw a wing. So this is what we're currently working with now that those lashes are on. I'm just waiting for them to dry. And if you guys are wondering, I use the Fenty Beauty eyeliner. I love that liquid liner. It's so good for drawing on wings, and it's very black, which I love. And I wanted to take that same shimmer inner corner shade that I used for the last look, the second one right here, and I wanted to take it on my inner corner for this look as well, just because of how blinding that color is. I love that. I think for the lips, the same lip combination with the Cream de Nude from MAC and then the NYX Natural Lip Liner would look great with this, just because this is like so bold. This is look number 2, number dos, and I actually am obsessed with this look. I feel like that glitter definitely made a difference though, just because that purple shade I wasn't obsessed with, but this is look number 2. What I will say so far about this palette is this transition shade worked really well. This orange shade worked really well. This one worked really well as well. The only issue that I had was this one got really, really patchy, and then this only worked once I used Fix Plus in a certain brush. And then this shade right here from the inner corner, you guys can see just how beautiful that shade is. And all the rest of them were pretty good, except for that shimmer purple. That was really, really disappointing. So I'm not really sure how the rest of these shimmers, I really hope that these blue ones are a lot better, because that purple one was just really disappointing. So I'm gonna have to play with it a lot more until I can give you guys like a full review. I will say for the price of this palette and how many shades you get inside of here, it is a good palette. I wouldn't say it's one of the best palettes I've ever used, because Juvia's Place has colorful shadows that I absolutely love, and I've never had any issues with them. I will say just be patient and kind of work with it as you go, because they're, you know, they do build up pretty well. It was just this color right here that did not work well for me. I think overall I do like this palette, and I'm very excited to create more looks with it and kind of play around with it more. Like I said, I can't give you guys like a thorough review because you guys saw, you know, the only shades that I used inside of this palette. So I hope you guys did enjoy this 2-in-1 tutorial. Let me know if you guys want me to use like the greens and the blues and stuff, or do another neutral look, because I'd love to do that for you guys. But definitely let me know down below which one was your favorite, the neutral or the colorful, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!